This presentation is a part of Audio Adventure Theater.
CTD Productions presents to you Winnie-the-Pooh, based on the books by A.A. Milne, starring Philip Deason as Winnie-the-Pooh and Ray Deason as the narrator. Episode number 7, Expotition to the North Pole.
One fine day, Pooh had stumped up to the top of the forest to see if his friend Christopher Robin was interested in bears at all. At breakfast that morning, a simple meal of marmalade spread lightly over a honeycomb or two, he had suddenly thought of a new song. It began like this.
Sing ho for the life of a bear. I don't much care if it snows or thaws, 'cause I've got a lot of honey on my nice clean paws. Sing ho for a bear, sing ho for a Pooh, and I'll have a little something in an hour or two. Good morning, Christopher Robin.
Hello, Pooh Bear. We are all going on an expedition.
Going on an expotition? I don't think I've ever been on one of those. Where are we going on this expotition?
Expedition, silly old bear. It's got an X in it.
Oh, I know.
We're going to discover the North Pole.
Oh, what is the North Pole?
It's just a thing you discover.
Oh, I see. Are bears any good at discovering it?
Of course they are. And Rabbit and Kanga and all of you. It's an expedition. That's what an expedition means. A long line of everybody. You'd better tell the others to get ready while I see if my gun's all right. And we must all bring provisions.
Bring what?
Things to eat.
Oh, I thought you said provisions. I'll go and tell them. Hello, Rabbit. Is that you?
Let's pretend it isn't, and see what happens.
I've got a message for you.
I'll give it to him.
We're all going on an expotition with Christopher Robin.
What is it when we're on it?
A sort of boat, I think.
Oh, that sort.
Yes, and we're going to discover a pole or something. Or was it a mole? Anyhow, we're going to discover it.
We are we?
Yes, and we've got to bring Poe things to eat with us, in case we want to eat them. Now I'm going down to Piglet's. Tell Kanga, will you?
Whatever you say, Pooh.
Oh, Piglet!
Huh?
We're going on an expotition, all of us, with things to eat, to discover something.
To discover what?
Oh, just something.
Nothing fierce?
Christopher Robin didn't say anything about fierce, he just said it had an X.
It isn't their necks I mind, it's their teeth. But if Christopher Robin is coming, I don't mind anything.
In a little while, they were all ready at the top of the forest, and the expedition started. First came Christopher Robin and Rabbit, then Piglet and Pooh, then Kanga with Roo in her pocket, and Owl, then Eeyore, and at the end, in a long line, all Rabbit's friends and relations.
Oh, really?
Come on!
Come on! Come on!
We're starting. I must go.
All right, we're going. Only don't blame me.
This is the first verse.
First verse of what?
My song.
What song?
This one.
Which one?
Well, if you listen, Piglet, you'll hear it.
How do you know I'm not listening?
They all went off to discover the pole. Owl and Piglet and Rabbit and all. It's a thing you discover, as I've been told, by Owl and Piglet and Rabbit and all. Eeyore, Christopher, Robin and Pooh, and Rabbit's relations all went to. And where the pole was, none of them knew. Sing hey for Owl and Rabbit and all.
Hush! We're just coming to a dangerous place.
Hush!
Hush! Hush! Hush!
Bush! Hush!
What is it, Christopher Robin?
It's a windy stream with high rocky banks. It's just the place for an ambush.
What sort of a bush? A gorse bush?
My dear Pooh, don't you know what an ambush is?
Owl! Pooh's whisper was a perfectly private whisper, and there was no need.
An ambush is a sort of surprise.
So is a gorse bush sometimes.
An ambush, as I was about to explain to Pooh, is a sort of surprise.
If people jump out at you suddenly, that's an ambush.
It's an ambush, Pooh, when people jump at you suddenly.
A gorse bush sprung at me suddenly one day when I fell off a tree, and it took 6 days to get all the prickles out.
We are not talking about gorse bushes.
I am.
Halt! I think we ought to eat all our provisions now, so that we shan't have so much to carry.
Eat all our what?
All that we brought.
That's a good idea.
Have you all got something?
All except me. As usual. I suppose none of you are sitting on a thistle by any chance.
I believe I am. Ow! Yes, I was. I thought so.
Thank you, Pooh. If you've quite finished with it. It don't do them any good, you know, sitting on them. Takes all the life out of them. Remember that another time, all of you. A little consideration, a little thought for others, makes all the difference.
Rabbit, come with me.
Oh, yes, of course.
I didn't want the others to hear.
Quite so.
It's... I wondered, it's only... Rabbit, I suppose you don't know. What does the North Pole look like?
Well, now you're asking me.
I did know once, only I've sort of forgotten.
It's a funny thing, but I've sort of forgotten too. Although I did know it once.
I suppose it's just a pole stuck in the ground.
Sure to be a pole, because of calling it a pole. And if it's a pole, well, I should think it would be sticking in the ground, shouldn't you? Because there'd be nowhere else to stick it.
Yes, that's what I thought.
The only thing is, where is it sticking?
That's what we're looking for.
This is the first time Ruse washed his face by himself.
Aw, Mom.
I don't hold with all this washing. This modern behind-the-ears nonsense. What do you think, Pooh?
Well, I think...
Oh, Rue!
Rue's fallen in!
So much for washing.
Look at me swimming! Whee!
Are you alright, Rue, dear?
Yes, look at me swimming!
Oh, I say!
In a case of sudden and temporary immersion, the important thing is to keep the head above water.
Are you sure you're all right, Roo dear?
Look at me swimming!
All this washing. But catch onto my tail, little Roo, and you'll be all right.
All right, Roo, I'm coming!
Get something across the stream lower down, some of you fellows.
Here's a pole I found.
I'll help you, Pooh.
Look at me swimming!
There, Roo. Hold the stick and climb out.
Got it! Climb! Oh, steady it, Pooh! Steady it, Pooh! A little bit further. He's safe! Good job, Jacob, for helping.
Roo, you bad boy.
Did you see me swimming? Pooh, did you see me swimming? That's called swimming, what I was doing. Rabbit, did you see what I was doing? Swimming.
Oh, Roo.
Hello, Piglet. I say, Piglet, what do you think I was doing? Swimming. Pooh, where did you find that pole?
I just found it. I thought it ought to be useful. I just picked it up.
Pooh, the expedition is over. You have found the North Pole.
Oh,
Tell Roo to be quick, somebody. My tail's getting cold. I don't want to mention it, but I just mention it. I don't want to complain, but there it is. My tail's cold.
Here I am.
Oh, there you are.
Did you see me swimming?
As I expected, my tail's lost all feeling. Numbed it. That's what it's done. Numbed it. Well, as long as nobody minds, I suppose it's all right.
Poor old Eeyore. I'll dry it for you.
Thank you, Christopher Robin. You're the only one who seems to understand about tails. They don't think. That's what's the matter with some of these others. They've no imagination. A tail isn't a tail to them. It's just a little bit extra at the back.
Never mind, Eeyore. Is that better?
It's feeling more like a tail, perhaps. It belongs again, if you know what I mean.
hello, Eeyore.
Hello, Pooh. Thank you for asking, but I shall be able to use it again in a day or two.
Use what?
What we are talking about.
I wasn't talking about anything.
My mistake again. I thought you were saying how sorry you were about my tail being all numb. And could you do anything to help?
No, that wasn't me. Perhaps it was somebody else.
Well, thank him for me when you see him.
Pooh's found the North Pole. Isn't that lovely?
Is that it?
Yes.
Is that what we were looking for?
Yes.
Oh. Well, anyhow, it didn't rain.
They stuck the pole in the ground, and Christopher Robin tied a message on it. North Pole discovered. By Pooh, Pooh found it. Then they all went home again, and I think, but I'm not quite sure, that Roo had a hot bath and went straight to bed. But Pooh went back to his own house, and feeling very proud of what he had done, had a little something to revive himself.
In Expotition to the North Pole by A. Milne, dramatized for audio by Caleb Thiessen, you heard Philip Thiessen as Winnie-the-Pooh, Ray Thiessen as the narrator, Aaron Thiessen as Christopher Robin, Reed Thiessen as Piglet, Chad Carding as Rabbit, Caleb Thiessen as Eeyore, Brent Carding as Owl, Daniel Goodman as Baby Roo, and Renee Thiessen as Kanga. Rabbit's friends and relations were played by Hannah Thiessen, Joel Thiessen, Brianna Burton, Jordan Longley, Jared Carding, Francis Aspiris, Natalie Carding, Marcus Burton, and Nathan Carding. The audio adventure theater theme was composed by Garrett Vandenberg. The program was produced by Caleb Thiessen. Winnie the Pooh by A.A. Milne is brought to you by CTD Productions. Be sure to check out our website at audioadventuretheater.blogspot.com.